After a short break, everyone gathers on the ground floor of the inn.
What should we do?
Why is Pungy here? And I'm glad I remembered his name. It's been 4 hours since I last played.
Huh? Oh, Lady Kuching.
3 hours.
Lady
Can't
Kuching. I'm so glad to see you here.
Yeah, but what are the odds of her actually being here at the same time you are? Pretty damn slim to none.
Pungy? What's wrong? What are you doing here?
Lady Kuching, let me explain.
Please do, let me understand.
I had rearranged the fireworks layout and expanded the range to Qingsa Village, just like you requested.
Yes. Oh, actually, there's fireworks right there. One solitary firecracker. It's a very large cracker.
My people finished setting up the fireworks and we left someone in charge to launch them for the show. But the person we left in charge came back shortly after and reported that all the fireworks in Qingsa Village had been stolen.
What? Surely not by Hilichurls.
I immediately reported the situation to the Millilith and had another batch of fireworks made to be transported to Qingsa Village under escort.
You didn't think to look for your previous fireworks and find out who took them?
However, everyone's short-handed during Lantern Rite. The Millilith are already stretched thin and don't even have enough people to fill their regular patrols. They can't spare anyone to look after the fireworks for us. We don't have many materials left, so if the second batch of fireworks gets stolen as well, we're done for. So, I was thinking to go to Qingsa Village and have a look first. Which is when I bumped into you. Lady Kuching, what should we do?
According to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, the number of guards on patrol has to be doubled and rotated continuously during Lantern Rite. They must perform these extra measures in addition to their standard daily affairs. The only manpower they can muster during the festival would be the emergency response units.
Don't you guys have reserves?
But those special units are intended only for backup. There are not many of them and they cannot perform prolonged guard duty. If we wish to make use of them, we'll need to resolve the problem quickly.
Maybe we can ask the Adepti for help.
You want the Adepti to babysit fireworks? You must be joking.
This would be a piece of cake for someone like Cloud Retainer or Xiao.
Also very much beneath them, Paimon.
No, that would only make us look incompetent.
That too.
I'll handle this, Pungy.
We can't let Kuching do all this by herself. Well, I mean, we kinda could. Yeah, let us help you.
That's right. We can take care of this together.
Sounds kinda boring, but okay.
Thanks, you two. Actually, I have an idea. Let me make some arrangements.
Why does nobody care where the fireworks went? I am more interested in that than anything else you're doing so far, Kuching.
Pungy, go back to Liyue Harbor and get the fireworks ready. Then meet me in Qingsa Village.
I don't really care about babysitting your fireworks. I'm gonna find out where the previous ones went.
Traveler, come with me. Let's
Thank
ask around to
you.
see what happened.
Okay, we are going to care about it. It seems a bit late in the conversation to care about it. It can't have been Hilichurls. Who are the only other people in this area are treasure hoarders, aren't they? There's no one else here. Unless it was some hooligans. They like to throw that word around. So this game or another game? I think it's this game.
How could a whole batch of fireworks just vanish like that?
Do you mean they weren't stolen, they just poofed? Because that's a whole different story, Granny.
Hello, Granny Roshin. We'd like to know more about the recent fireworks theft.
Oh, Lady Kuching, I can hardly believe you came personally to investigate.
It's no trouble at all. Please, tell us what happened.
It is kind of weird. There seems to be no chain of command here. You've got Ningguang. Then beneath her, you've got Ganyu and Kuching. And then you just don't have anybody. I mean, Ningguang's got her... Let's call them her handmaidens, but that's totally not what they're, her secretaries. But other than that, there's just nobody. I think you guys need to work on your chain of command and get some extra rungs of people who help you in order of priority so that you don't have to do this yourself and you can legitimately delegate to people who can do the job.
Well, when they brought the fireworks, the children in the village were very excited. They were all gathered round, watching the area for a long time.
Oh god, I think I need a smaller backrest. This thing's too thick.
The workers piled up the fireworks and said they would go confirm the locations to set them off. That's when they left the village.
The workers or the fireworks?
Oh, now let me remember. Ah, yes. I recall that they left the fireworks in an open area just next to a house down the old road. But the very next day, all the fireworks were nowhere to be seen. The person in charge of the fireworks was so anxious that they went straight back to the city to find a solution.
And you didn't think that searching for clues was a solution that was viable to you?
Oh, the villagers here are worried too. The fireworks missing can only mean that there are thieves about. There are elderly and kids in the village, you know. Although the Millilith are stationed here, no one dares to go out anymore.
Who spawned the kids? Now that I think about it, because the greatest population here are old people. There really aren't that many other aged people here. So where did the kids come from?
I understand. Please help reassure the people in the village and tell them everything's going to be fine with the Millilith standing guard.
Well, that's not true. Not even remotely. But okay.
Traveler, let's go investigate the place where the fireworks were stolen.
Go to the fireworks storage. Which house? She wasn't very specific about which particular... Is that a missing persons poster? Looking for a missing young male, has blonde hair, wears exotic clothes. Any information since is greatly welcome. Did we put this here? Who put this here about Aether? If you have any information, please approach your nearest Millilith soldier or report the matter directly to the Minister of Civil Affairs. Thank you. Who? But when did that get there? And why? I hardly think Aether is just chilling at Tinks Village. Really, of all places. Okay, so this is where you decided to store it. You didn't think you'd put it in like a warehouse or anything? No? Oh gosh.
This is the place. The fireworks were stolen here.
The thieves must think there are mostly elderly and children living in Chinksa village. All too weak to defend themselves.
Which is true.
Otherwise, they would never dare commit such a blatant crime.
Oh honey, you don't know how crime works if you think that.
This is absolutely awful. We cannot let such a matter go unpunished. Let's see if we can find any clues here before we plan our next step.
Okay. Apparently there's a clue somewhere over here. Oh, over here. Investigate footprints, which at this point could belong to literally anybody in the village. Considering the time it took somebody to get from here to Liyue Harbor, and then for Pungi to get from Liyue Harbor to Wangshu Inn, and then for us to get from there to here. Like, that shit takes time. This could be anybody's footprints.
Are these footprints?
Continue following the road to look
Let's
for
see where they
clues.
lead.
This is so unrealistic, it's not funny. They could belong to literally anybody. Okay, maybe not the children. Everybody but the children in the island. In the village. Why are they not using the damn staircase?
The
It's just
footprints
awkward.
continue here. Let's keep following them.
That is really weird. And purely done for the sake of the quest. There's literally no other reason for them not to have taken the staircase than because you can't leave footprints on the staircase. Wow. Now you're just clutching at straws, Mihoya. Has anyone thought to ask the children what they've seen? Because they seem to be all over the joint. Surely they saw something.
The footprints continue here. Let's keep following them.
Again, they could belong to literally anybody. But far be it from me to argue logic. And a game targeted clearly at young people. Treasure hoarders.
Sir, please. This is all just a big misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding, you say? If so, then tell me, why are you hiding here?
Why is Xingqiu here? What logic do we have? Yes, I know he's been in before, but why right at this moment in time? Ah, another reason to throw in another NPC for no reason
Please, good
whatsoever.
sir.
I was
This
wondering when Chongyun
really
would
is
come
just a
in.
misunderstanding. I would never dream of getting anywhere near the Feiyun Commerce Guild shipment.
I was wondering if we'd get Chongyun, just because, as I said, we're throwing literally every Leon NPC at it. But I wondered about Chongyun in the same way that Noelle is never mentioned, never referenced. She has nothing to do with this entire game except for the hangout, which I haven't done. I know nothing about Noelle. So I was wondering if Chongyun's the same, because I think the only time we've had him was during a hangout. Have we had a quest with Chongyun? Oh, I don't remember now. Maybe there was a quest, but he seems very disconnected from the main story for the most part. So I was wondering if he'd come in.
Something's happening over there. Let's go have a look.
Oh, the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It must...
Please, save your breath. Restrain this fellow. Tightly now. We mustn't let him get away.
Yeah, Chongyun in what army?
Yes, young master.
Oh, you're not with them. My apologies, Hongxin. Hongxing.
I was sure it was an evil spirit. Turns out it's the treasure hoarders again.
I mean, you've just rescued the fireworks, Chongyun. Points to you, buddy.
Xingqiu and Chongyun! Hello!
It almost feels like the voice actor struggled with those sounds. What are you guys doing here?
Well, hello, dear traveler. Our fates cross once again. What brings you here?
Dude, the number of times our fate crosses literally every NPC in Leo is amazing.
Excuse me. Please, tell me what is happening here.
Oh, you're not acquainted with Xingqiu. Well, this is a connection to make.
Yes. Allow me to explain. It so happens that every year during the Lantern Rite, the Feiyun Commerce Guild transports supplies to various villages outside of Liyue Harbor.
Oh, well, that's nice of you guys.
Family rules stipulate that the supplies must be personally escorted by a family member. Because my older brother went last year, the duties have fallen to me this time around.
Okay, that's kind of weird and unnecessary, but sure.
Oh, so what's Chongyun doing here?
Speaking of, we've never met his brother. And we still haven't met Ayaka's brother. God freaking damn it, give me Ayaka's brother already. The tension is getting to me.
Chongyun happened to be visiting, so I cordially invited him to join us for the journey.
Oh, I see. But why did Chongyun say he thought there was an evil spirit?
I see that you are not familiar with the story of old. It is said that fireworks were once called firecrackers.
Yeah, I know.
And were used to ward off evil spirits
Yeah,
and the like.
Ningguang already gave us a lecture.
In ancient times, Liyue was plagued by evil spirits. As people gathered together to celebrate the annual festival, the yang energy would intensify, and evil spirits were thus attracted to the fringes of the city by the strong scent.
Okay, he's giving us a little more detail, but it's still more or less the same story Ningguang told us.
Liyue Harbor was under the gracious protection of Rex Lapis, so the spirits dared not enter the city. However, they still lingered near the city gates and pestered the passers-by.
I really, really hope that at some point in the future, a lot of these NPCs actually meet Zhongli and realize who he is. Just because you've got people like, Xingqiu, the gracious protection of Rex Lapis, how would he react if he actually met Rex Lapis? And, Clutching and Ningguang and everybody else who knows him but don't know him. I would love to find out their reactions upon learning the truth. I really hope Miyoyo gives us that. I really, really want to see it. Venti, don't care about Venti. Zhongli, he's awesome. I care.
In order to drive the spirits away, people made firecrackers and lit them near the city gates. The flashes of light and loud noise successfully drove the spirits whence they came. This festival is now known as the Lantern Rite. It was my intention to travel around to see if there are any malicious spirits lying in wait for passers-by. Since I happened to have a shipment of goods to deliver, and our course was through the mountains, I naturally thought it best to have my thaumaturge friend traveling alongside me.
Can't fault his logic.
Xingqiu said he learned the story about evil spirits from an ancient text. The text vividly describes the appearance and even the whereabouts of the spirits.
Xingqiu must be leading Chongyun along. Chongyun never got to see the book, did he?
Anyway, when we arrived at
matter
the
what I
area,
picked.
Chongyun sensed an ambush about to take place. Upon searching the area, we found a group of treasure hoarders. They tried to flee the moment we were upon them. Fortunately, I was swift enough to catch one of them. Your timing couldn't have been more fortunate. We were just preparing to send them to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
So those aren't the fireworks, those are the goods you brought. So then where are the fireworks?
He insists the matter is merely a misunderstanding, but things seem quite clear as I see it.
Good sir, just hear me out. Everyone knows the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Had we known it was your merchant caravan, we never would have dared to attack. The master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild is famous for his generosity and noble deeds, a true hero of the people. So, you see, this is nothing but a big misunderstanding. We didn't want any trouble with the guild.
What you mean to say is that you were targeting someone else then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, who was it?
The second load of fireworks?
Well, just trust me. We were definitely not trying to steal your goods. Please believe me.
Master Xingqiu, I would like to borrow a few of your staff to escort the thief to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. As for the bounty, we will pay you afterward.
Does he have a bounty on his head?
It is my humble duty to uphold justice. No remuneration shall be necessary. Come then. See that this thief is taken to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Did you want to ask him about the fireworks? No?
Yes, young master, leave it to us. You heard him. Take this man over there and make sure he's secured. Tie each of his fingers separately if you have to. He's not gonna pull anything under our watch.
That sounds unnecessarily painful, but is no one going to ask about the fireworks?
Wait a second.
Thank you.
Please also deliver this message to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
I thought we were getting somewhere.
It's very likely that this thief is related to the recent fireworks theft in Qingce Village. Make sure they have someone question him thoroughly.
Is this just bluster to make him talk now?
So the plot thickens. Is your task clear? We mustn't disappoint the Yuang.
Yes, young master, I understand. We'll be on our way.
I kind of was really convinced the dude would just like talk right here and
I've
now.
heard many good things about you, Master Xingqiu. Thank you for your assistance.
So am I right? We don't get the conclusion of the fireworks theft. We just threw it in as a construct to make us meet these two people, but we're just not going to resolve it. Lame.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
Everyone, my intuition tells me that there could be more than one group of treasure hoarders in this area.
Oh, good. Let us find the fireworks, please.
More than one group?
Oh, you've got quite a keen eye too, Chongyun.
You've known him for years. Why are you suddenly coming to this revelation?
During our search, I found scattered sets of footprints differing from those on the road. There may still be other treasure hoarders waiting to ambush passers-by. When I was chasing the treasure hoarders earlier, I noticed that they were nearly unarmed and very few in numbers. If they truly intended to ambush the Feiyun Commerce Guild, they must have overestimated themselves. If you ask me, they didn't seem to be staging an ambush, but rather it appeared as if they were waiting for someone.
It appears they may be the thief's accomplices. They were probably hiding here to wait for the stolen goods.
What exactly are the stolen goods, if I may ask?
Kuching tells him about the fireworks theft in Qingce Village.
Taking advantage of the elderly and children. What a loathsome group of criminals. Lady Kuching, don't fret about manpower. Chongyun, let's go lend them a hand in Qingce Village, shall we?
Yeah, just leave it to us. We can handle a bunch of thieves.
Thank you. That will help alleviate the crisis in Qingce Village. Unfortunately, the footprints we were following end here. I don't know where we should go next. It seems we were only a moment away from catching all the treasure hoarders.
Aww. Kuching.
Can't Chongyun just tell you where the other treasure hoarders are? I mean, he can sense them, right?
Thank you. Master Xingqiu, I'll leave Qingce Village under your watch.
Most assuredly, Lady Kuching.
Chongyun and Xingqiu leave for Qingce Village.
It's fortunate our paths crossed with those two.
I mean, technically we're still in the village, but okay. It's always good to have some help.
It's so cool to fight for justice.
The thieves who stole the fireworks haven't revealed themselves yet. I'll go have a look around. Traveler, please go take a rest in Qingce Village.
Again, Chongyun, very useful in this situation. Get him to tell you where the treasure hoarders are.
I've troubled you enough already. I can handle the rest of this matter myself.
Kuching. clues all by yourself? Somehow that doesn't sound like a very good idea. Oh, wait! You're in the Liwa Chising. Why don't you ask some of your subordinates to help?
She's nowhere even near Liwa Harbor to ask for aid.
At least it'll be safer than investigating on your own.
Paimon's right. Yes, but no. You want to wait for word to go all the way back to the harbour and for help to come all the way back here before she continues to investigate the matter of the theft where time is of the essence. Great idea, Paimon. Paimon's totally right.
Yes, I agree, but we are short-handed at the moment. I can handle these trivial matters myself. The fireworks that were transported to Jinxa village were quite bulky. They couldn't have gone far.
Were they in a cart? Should you be looking for footprints that are heavier than others because people are carrying heavy things?
Way I see it, if they were clever enough, they would conceal the stolen goods somewhere and then come pick them up later.
I wouldn't. If it's under the cover of darkness and everyone's asleep, you grab that shit and you go. You've got hours worth of time to get that done.
All I have to do is find out where they hid the fireworks and then return to the location with reinforcements.
I just think that's a convenient plot device and very unrealistic.
Don't worry. I am not reckless, and I won't carelessly alert the thieves. You can certainly trust me by now.
Well, when you put it that way...
It's settled then. Traveler, Paimon, please go get some rest. I'll go find you in Jinxa village when I'm done.
I don't really get this whole go get some rest. Is this a lost in translation thing? Why would we need rest but she doesn't when we've done the exact same amount of work up to date, plus she was really overworked before this point, yet we get to go get sent off to the village for some rest while there's a theft at hand? I don't understand why this is a thing. That just makes no sense. That's a terrible way to finish that particular story. Wait until 8 a.m. as per usual. Waiting. 8 a.m. Bloop. Gosh, we didn't spend much time during this day, did we? We've just skipped so much time. Oh well.
The assumption that every person has somewhere to call home is naive.
I guess it's the closest point. So she'll be down on the plaza, yeah. Let's tune in.
Rest assured, all is quiet here in Jinxa village. Chongyun is guarding the outside and I'm guarding the inside. Not a problem in sight.
Fair enough.
Good. I've made some progress in my investigation as well.
Yes, do tell.
Oh? What are you planning? Is it time to strike?
Count me in.
Let's go!
Traveler, Paimon, you are just in time. I looked everywhere and I found some clues regarding the treasure hoarders. Besides wagon tracks,
that was
I
my
also
suggestion.
came across bits and pieces of fireworks packaging scattered on the road.
And we couldn't have gone together to have done this, investigating and finding these clues? No, because reasons are known to Mish.
Following those clues, I was able to finally locate the missing fireworks. But there was no sign of treasure hoarders.
This would have been way cool if we'd experienced this rather than having her just telling us this. Again, it's the previous point about showing, not telling. Did they run away?
No, I think they might be just overly careless. I seem to have found the location where they've been stashing all their stolen goods. They must have thought it was well hidden and deemed it unnecessary to post any guards.
Like, can you just imagine Paimon's reaction to finding these things and seeing it unguarded? that would have been value right there. And yet we've been gypped at that moment. We've had it stolen away from us.
The amount of fireworks they've amassed there is astonishing. Not only did they steal the ones in Jinxa village, but also from other locations too. They've gathered all the stolen goods there.
Why has no one flagged the fact that the other locations have lost their fireworks? We've only heard mention of Jinxa village missing theirs. So who's keeping hush about the other fireworks? Are they accomplices?
I've asked the Millilith on guard at Chingsa Village to report this to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. They will organize a search around that warehouse.
Now that the Millilith is involved, you don't need to handle this yourself anymore.
She never had to handle it by herself, but we'll ignore that.
The treasure hoarders are notoriously cunning, and they may even have lookouts. If they notice anything suspicious, they will move the fireworks and our single lead will be lost. I have to keep an eye on the situation.
You know, I've seen nothing with the treasure hoarders that would indicate they have one iota of intelligence. Yet you call them notoriously cunning? They just seem like kind of stupid guys blundering through life. If the game wanted to present them as notoriously cunning, they really should have done a much better job of executing them, because they just seem like idiots to me.
You're not really thinking that you can take all of them yourself, are you?
Yeah, she has a vision. Vision holders are better than normal people anyway.
No,
when it
I
comes
am
to
not
combat.
that reckless. I just want to investigate the case thoroughly. But now that I have your help, the idea is feasible.
Meanwhile, Kaching is in charge of the entire Lantern Rite Festival back at the harbour, and she's not helping prep or set up or do literally anything. She's here. Doesn't seem right, if you ask me.
So you really are considering
We
it?
can't let Kaching try to handle this on her own. They're just treasure hoarders, we can take them.
Okay, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
The stars inscribe the year's wishes. We're just going on all the weird tangents with this quest, aren't we? Yeah, if we could just go up and over. It wants to tell me about the quest I'm already doing. I hate it how it does that. If you've already got the next quest active, it really shouldn't hound you about, hey, new quest! It's like, yeah, dude, I know, I'm doing it. That was really awkward. Okay, let's go kill some treasure hoarders, I suppose. Oh, I'm sorry. Render unconscious some treasure hoarders. She's not going to talk? Okay. These treasure hoarders must have returned to check on the stolen fireworks.
Please hide yourselves. Let's wait and see what happens.
I'm waiting.
Hey, boss. You think we have enough fireworks now?
Ha! Are you kidding? This ain't nowhere near enough.
Are you using them as bombs?
But boss, if we want more fireworks, we're gonna have to steal them in the city. Ain't gonna be easy.
You got a point. All right, then we steal those things that make a real loud bang but don't light up real pretty. What do they call them? Ah, yeah, firecrackers. Those'll do the job. All we need to do is make some real ruckus.
You're going to explode something with the amount of firepower you got there, dude.
As long as we distract the Millilith, the other hoarders can do their end of the job. You get it?
Okay, so what's their end of the job and where?
Got it, boss. I gotta hand it to you. We're gonna hit the jackpot this time.
It can't be the harbour, because if you're setting off an explosion near Chinks Village, no one in the harbour's even going to hear it or feel it, let alone be able to do something about it.
Boss, all our boys are out scouting around. Don't you think we need a few more to guard the stash?
Look at that, Shu Young bringing forth the realistic ideas.
Hey, don't worry about it. The Millilith are swamped with Lantern Rite. They won't have time to come out here. All right, move it, boys. Just a few more batches and we'll be...
Uh-oh. Hey, boss, we got trouble.
Huh? What happened?
The jig is up, boss. The Millilith are coming, and it seems they've already caught our scouts. If one of the boys hadn't set off a firework to warn us, we would have been completely blindsided. Boss, let's run!
But how did the Millilith find out about us? And so quickly, too?
You're really stupid, that's why.
Ah, fine. Leave the fireworks and let's split. They won't be catching us.
Can you guys please go for the fat leader? One, he's going to be slower at running, and two, he's the one who knows the plan. He's the one we need.
It's time to make our move. Ready?
To be honest, you left it a little late, but let's go.
Let's go!
Drop your weapons and surrender immediately.
We're going to play as coaching. I like playing as
Get out of
coaching.
my way! You got a death witch or something? I'll show you!
Off you go. Die off this edge. Okay, I'm gonna kill myself apparently.
You're Lady Kutching.
Yes, I am.
So you do recognize me then? I'll say it one more
Enemy
time.
reinforcements
Drop your
incoming.
weapon and surrender. Now!
Who would have thought we'd run into the Yuhong all the way out here?
Didn't kill him. Yes,
All
I
right,
did.
Hoarders. Looks like the Yuhong wants to play. We'll show you. Get him!
Okay, feel free to get me, guys.
My apologies.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the getting. Into my cryo field, if you
Alright,
could
so
be
you
so
want
kind.
to do this the hard way.
We surrender, Yuhong.
Now, I want some answers. What were you planning to do with the stockpile of fireworks?
We just...
Tell the truth, and I might go easy on you.
You don't really look that intimidating, I'm just gonna say.
Fine.
To be fair, the fact that you just beat them up is a little intimidating, but you yourself don't look intimidating.
We were gonna smuggle these fireworks into the city and ignite them during the Lantern Rite's opening ceremony.
How do you plan on getting them there without using any main roads? And what do you need from the city?
The fireworks are really bright and loud and would definitely raise some havoc. We were gonna rob the city while everyone's distracted by the explosions.
You're going to set the place on fire, plus explode a building if you're putting it in a building.
But, we didn't seem to have enough fireworks, so...
Oh? So you mean you had more than one group of thieves stealing fireworks?
Yeah, that's right. Originally, I had all the hoarders out stealing fireworks, but then one of them got caught by the Feiyun Commerce Guild and was arrested. I really didn't get it. Why did the Feiyun Commerce Guild get involved? We were only stealing from the government.
That's your answer right there, sir.
No, what I meant is, well, I was worried that the guy who got arrested would rat us out. Who would have guessed we'd end up running into you like that?
Hey, didn't one of you just say that the Millilith were coming too?
Yeah, that's right. I wonder how the Millilith even found out we had dispatched scouts. They somehow captured almost all of them. If someone hadn't alerted us, we would have all been caught.
Well, you did get caught.
Well, yeah.
It appears that the Millilith managed to get the captured treasure hoarder to talk. There may still be other treasure hoarders in the area. We should head elsewhere just to be safe.
Doesn't matter, you have the fireworks. Therefore, no big boom.
Traveler, please escort the treasure hoarders back to Chingsa village and hand them over to the Millilith stationed there.
You know it'd be really cool if we actually did that. I know escort quests are like one of the worst quests that you can do in games, especially because the NPCs are so fucking slow. But that's what I would like to do right now, because we don't really seem to do many different things. We just go from point A to point B and kill things, and it kind of gets tedious, you know, sometimes. So it would be really nice if we actively escort the treasure hoarders, try to keep them in line, give them a bit of a hitting if they try to diverge from the path, and actually escort them to the Millilith. That would be cool.
I'll be there once I am finished inspecting this place.
Understood, please be careful.
Yes, you too. I'll see you in Chingsa village.
That would have been really cool if we could do that. But, you know, MiHoYo doesn't really do cool, do they?